In recent years, astronomers have found that just like our Sun, most stars have planets. In this assignment, we're looking at some of what we can say about hypothetical planets that might be orbiting the stars in your constellation. With what we've been learning about the physics of orbits and light, we can predict how the properties of a star could affect the planets that orbit it. In this question, you're asked to figure out where a planet with a 1-year orbit has to be located in the system. Should it be the same distance as Earth is from the Sun, 1 AU, or should it be closer or further from that star? The time it takes a planet to orbit a star depends on the strength of the star's gravity. The stronger the gravity, the faster the planet has to move to avoid falling into the star. The strength of the star's gravity depends on the star's mass and how far the planet is away from it. So to figure out whether or where a planet with a 1-year orbit should be, a good place to start is to think about a planet 1 AU from its star. At this distance, should the pull be the same as the pull Earth feels from the Sun? In that case, the planet will be moving around the star at the same rate the Earth moves, and its orbit will be just 1 Earth year long. On the other hand, if the star's gravity is stronger than our Sun's, then a planet can only be at 1 AU if its orbit is faster than Earth's orbit. In that case, a planet with an orbit that takes as long as the Earth can only be located farther out. Similarly, if the star's gravity is weaker than our Sun's, a planet at 1 AU will be moving more slowly. To have a 1-year orbit, the planet will have to be located closer to its star. So by looking at your lowest mass star, explain where a planet in a 1-year orbit needs to be. Give the data you're using to support your answer, and explain why the planet has to be where you describe. A habitable planet is defined as a planet in which there is liquid water on the surface. In this question, you're being asked to figure out where a habitable planet could be around the lowest mass star in your constellation. The main thing that heats the surface of a planet like the Earth is the light from the star it orbits. So to answer this, we will need to look at the measure of how much light the star produces. That value is a star's luminosity. We list the luminosities in the table in values of solar luminosity. On this scale, the Sun has a luminosity of 1 solar luminosity, so it's easy to compare whether the stars in your constellation are more or less luminous than the Sun. Look at your lowest mass star and decide whether a planet at 1 AU would be warmer or cooler than the Earth is. Then decide where it would have to be located to give it a temperature similar to Earth. Give the data that supports your answer and explain your answer.